Saturn, planet of authority and commitment, moves temporarily into Aquarius, sign of the Maverick, on March 23rd. An air sign, Aquarius, and Uranus, its ruler, are about the higher mind and far memory and future creation. Saturn transits ask us to focus on honing or eliminating certain behaviors or patterns. As Aquarius is the sign of the misfit and/or the genius, it is now time to end or craft a different story around your unique abilities. In a natal chart, Saturn may point to a difficulty or limitation, and Saturn and Aquarius people, despite their generally brilliant minds, may actually find it difficult to focus or engage intellectually with the world. They might feel a bit odd, and their fathers may have been chaotic, unreliable, or crazy. This imprint has now been absorbed within, and instead of thinking things through, there may be a tendency to behave erratically with or abruptly withdraw from authority figures. Aquarius is also about mental patterns or rigid thought structures. When Saturn returns to Aquarius every 28 to 29 years, we may look at how we've been conditioned in our thinking and note if we can operate from the same mindset or perspective. Generally speaking, no, as we've outgrown the usefulness of this point of view and it is time for an upgrade. Saturn transits provide us with an opportunity to end the old patterns and develop new ones in their stead. And for Saturn and Aquarius, it is an embrace of a free and individualistic thinking. There is a potential for high-mindedness, equality, and a futuristic view of the world. We certainly now need intellectuals and everyday people advancing or re-advancing a notion of a positive future, which, if we are honest, will require complex problem-solving skills and innovative, non-emotional thinking. The negative version is an over-reliance on technology and science, and here Saturn will probably reveal the limitations of this focus detached from fuller, more human and humane concerns. Heart and mind are required to work together, as we might posit that a total reliance on science and numbers has divorced us from our souls and created this dystopian world we are quickly approaching. While compared to Pluto, Saturn transits are relatively short, about 2.5 years, just as now we recently have had Saturn and Pluto traveling together in the same sign of Capricorn. We will experience Pluto moving into Aquarius in 2026 for a period of 16 years, and it is then that the full weight and consequences of an over-reliance on analytics versus humanitarian concerns will make itself felt. So the decisions and problems arising now will signal issues taking greater prominence later in the decade. Saturn rewards maturity, and in the sign of Aquarius, this reputation burnishing may actually occur late in life, as in one's 70s. Notice that 4 of the arguably top Democratic nominees are over the age of 70, as is our president. Saturn in Aquarius may also point out how crazy someone is, and this has no bearing on age. Aquarius is also about groupthink, both positive and negative. It is important for us to find our correct tribes based on true alignments rather than simplistic or superficial connections. Lastly, Aquarius is about freedom and liberty, and we may notice how these ideals have been distorted, Saturn, for fearful or nefarious reasons. What future do you want to craft for yourself and your tribe? Over the coming 2.5 years, where might you take a laser focus to issues and mental processes? Depending on your sign, the need for greater authority and mental clarity will occur here. For Aries, it's how you deal with online communities or your professional peers. For Taurus, it's how you deal with your boss or career aspirations. It might be a time when you consider a new job or profession or take on greater responsibility at work. For Gemini, it's what you envision your future to be, how to grow spiritually and philosophically. For Cancer, are you ready to commit to a current partner? Or conversely, certain sexual or financial arrangements may be coming to an end. For Leo, it's your view on your significant other. For Virgo, how to take better care of yourself physically and emotionally. For Libra, it's your view of romantic or creative endeavors, and over the coming 2.5 years, you may discover a new artistic pursuit. For Scorpio, it's choices about home, residence, or family. For Sagittarians, a query into how your mind works and how it was affected by your early childhood. For Capricorn, noting where you may limit yourself due to self-esteem issues. For Aquarius, a sense of needing to get serious or define yourself in a more distinctive way. And lastly, for Pisces, understanding how your previous trauma in present or past lives has negatively influenced you. And while Saturn will be in Aquarius for the next 2.5 years, at month's end it has its first run-in with Mars, the younger maverick. We may feel slightly threatened or pushed into adapting a new philosophy or alliance too soon, or conversely, if we are impulsive, we may find that there are still structures and rules to follow. So move cautiously now as you entertain a slightly different intellectual sphere, one where you're willing to let the path evolve over time, a Saturn construct of the highest degree. I'm Metastrologer Patrice Kamins.